Welcome back to On the Porch. So, today's topic is going to be about healing. Healing physically, spiritually, mentally. Now, the reason why I want to talk about healing is because I had surgery a couple weeks ago. And I feel like this is a topic that people don't talk about a lot, is taking the time to heal, because we're so quick to want to get back to work. We want to get back to working out. We want to get back to doing all the things that we were doing before we had surgery. Well, I'm here to say, let your body do what it needs to do to heal, because we're so caught up in the rat race, or we're so caught up with our job saying, oh, you should be ready to come back, or we need you back, and we dismiss how we should treat our body. We dismiss taking the time to really heal our bodies, because basically if you go back to work before your doctor say, oh, you're going to need to be out 6 to 8 weeks, or maybe 4 to 6 weeks. Maybe it can be anywhere from 6 months to 8 months. Who knows? But don't rush your body, because at the end of the day, we only get one, and therefore we should treat it as if it was gold, if it was a tree. We need to treat it like it is valuable, because it is, because you only get one. Therefore, like the doctor said, take it easy. And so that's what I've been doing. I've been taking it easy, because I want to be 100% when it's time for me to be 100%. And what that means is taking the vitamins, taking the medication, eating the right foods so my body can heal properly. Let's just talk about vitamins. What do you need to get your body to be in the most optimum health needed? And I would say with that, you should look into taking certain vitamins that will allow you to be at your optimum health. So if you are vitamin D deficient, take some vitamins. Take vitamin D, D3. This is not medical advice. I'm not a medical professional. I'm just saying, if you're deficient, talk to your physician about taking supplements that will help you get out of that deficiency, vitamin deficiency that you're in. My doctor did suggest for me to take some iron pills, because after you have surgery, you may lose a lot of blood, or things happen. So I've been taking an iron pill to help build my red blood cells. So just be conscious, and also eat a lot of vegetables, a lot of fruits. You get a lot of vitamins from your vegetables and fruits that are very beneficial for your body. Bananas are high in potassium, so is spinach. And green leafy vegetables are high in potassium. You can also get some vitamin C from those green leafy vegetables. Of course, you have your fruits that are high in vitamin A, vitamin C, and folic acid. So just be conscious, do your research, and help your body get to the optimum health that you want it to be in. One of the things I will say is listen to triggers. Your body will let you know foods that you may have an intolerance to. Mine does. I found that I am actually intolerant to passion fruit. I would have never known that until I ate a piece of a passion fruit pie, and I had a really, really bad experience from it. It literally made me sick. I felt really bad from it. It would have been as if I was allergic to it. And had I been allergic to it, it would have been probably, I want to say, very scary for my husband and myself, because I would not have known what was happening. I'm glad that it was an allergic reaction and that it was just an intolerance, because even with the intolerance, you still have stomach cramping, vomiting. With me, a lot of pain, which my body reacts to pain differently from others, where, people are like, oh, it's just a stomach cramp. No, my body does way more things that are unexplainable. So just look for triggers. And when you find that you're intolerant to different food, make a food diary. So you know that, oh, I can't have this, I can't have that. Also make a medication diary of medications that you are allergic to, or if you have some type of intolerance to. Just make a diary. And it's not just for you, it's for your family members. So when you're going to the doctor, they're asking that you may forget, oh, she's intolerant to this, or she has some type of food trigger or medication trigger to these type of foods. So just be mindful of those things that affects you. Now, also, when it comes to recovering, don't overdo it when you are able to get back into the gym. I know we want to get to working out, because for me, I haven't been in the gym for over, I think, about 3 weeks now, and I do feel like I want to get back, but I'm not going to rush. So what I have been doing is doing some stretching, a little, walking, making myself move and not get stiff in my joints, and just staying moving. It doesn't have to be anything strenuous. Just, do some arm lifts. And when you do get back into the gym, don't go so hard. Gradually get back into it. If it means going in and not lifting weights, just moving your body, doing some leg lifts, just arm stretching, walking around, jogging in place, riding the bike, walking on the treadmill. Just take it slowly. You'll get back there. And just understand that physically, just don't overdo it. Now, other things that you can do to help your body get back to a healing state is take the time to exfoliate and moisturize your skin, your body. Because a lot of times when we as women, we like hot baths. And for me, I've pulled back on that because of these hot flashes that I experience. And so now my shower's a little cooler. They're still warm, but more on the cooler side. And so I exfoliate once a week. I moisturize every day. And also, don't forget your nail beds. Your nail beds dry out. So find a good oil, moisturizing oil, or your nail beds. Your nail beds on your toes, your heels, your elbows, moisturize. Because the older we get, our skin tends to stretch and be more drier. So take that time to pamper yourself, moisturize yourself. It doesn't hurt. Your body loves it. Love your body. Love it. Give it what it needs. Like we say, if you have a plant, you're going to make sure you're watering your plant, giving it what it needs, and giving it the nutrients, making sure it looks healthy. If your plant starts to die, you start to worry, oh my God, what do I need to do to get it back into a healthy state? That same mentality should go for your body. Your body is your temple. Your body is you. You need to take care of the way you would take care of a plant, the way you would take care of your kid, your child, a baby. You moisturize your baby. You feed it. You make sure it needs all the nutrient elements, whatever. Give it. Nurture your body. It's yours. Take care of it. Now, let's talk about spiritual healing. Take that time to meditate. If it only takes about 10 minutes in the morning, take the time to meditate, to be grateful, to be thankful, just reconnect. Take some time to turn the TV off, step away from social media, step away from the noise, and to sit and reconnect. Be grateful, thankful for each day that you're here. Just take that time, close your eyes, and just sit and allow yourself to be still for a moment. I know growing up, my mom used to be like, go somewhere and sit down, be still, turn that TV off, especially if there was a thunderstorm. Get somewhere, sit down and be still, And I take that now into consideration as an adult. It's okay to not have any noise, to not have anything going on in the background, to sit with yourself and reflect and be grateful. Because like I say, I am very grateful and thankful for where I am. I'm grateful and thankful for being here. It is truly, truly an awesome gift to wake up every day and be thankful and grateful for being able to see, to hear, to have all of my senses. I'm very, very grateful. Now, some people feel like, oh, I'm not so spiritual. You don't have to be spiritual. You don't have to be religious. Just take the time to be grateful that you are here. If that means taking a walk on the beach, reconnect with nature, take walks, explore your neighborhood if you're living in a safe neighborhood. Go to a botanical garden, go to the zoo, just walk around, look at nature, and reconnect, reflect, and understand that you have life and you're part of life. The most important thing is healing mentally. What does that mean? Sometimes that means you need to disconnect from negative people. People who want you to feel what they're feeling or place their feelings onto you when you're not in that space. You may be on another level. You may be in a different place in your life, a different space in your life, and negativity is not something you want to connect with. We can't say that we're not going to experience any negative thoughts or negative people or be in negative places, but you have that choice to remove yourself, to keep yourself in a more positive state of mind. Some people don't want you to feel happy. They want you to feel the same, or they don't like certain people and they feel that you should not like those people because they don't like those people. If that's not who you are, maybe you need to disconnect yourself from those people because they haven't evolved or they don't want to evolve. They want to be in that misery. And as they say, misery loves company. So if you're not a person who wants to be involved in someone else's misery, you may need to disconnect. Be aware of people who don't want to see you happy. You may experience when you call a person and you want to share something exciting, something you're happy about, and when you go to talk about your happiness or something that happened in your life that you're excited about, they're unavailable to talk, or they're too busy, or let me call you back, I'm doing something. Are they happy for you? Or are they envious of you? You may experience people saying, oh, she got a little bitty, your little YouTube page, or, oh, I saw your little purse, or I saw your little blah, 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 you have to laugh it off. Like, okay, I see how you want to be. You know, I'm gonna keep my distance because they're not really happy for you. They are really envious of you, and they don't want to see you excel. So you may have to distance yourself. You know, someone may, and how do you address that? When they call and say, oh, blah, 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 you have to say, you're vexing my spirit. So therefore, I'm going to have to pull back. I'm going to have to distance myself. Maybe we need to talk less. And if they get upset, I'm okay with that. You have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with someone saying, oh, so you feel like you're better than me? No, I just don't want to deal with your BS. I don't want to deal with your misery. I don't want to deal with what's going on with you because you need to seek therapy. And how do you recognize people that are not in your corner? Let's just say you host an event and you invite them and they come and they look around and, they scope out everything you're doing. And then let's just say 2 weeks later, they have the same similar event as you. I'm like, okay. You're like, I'm happy for you, but I'm still aware of what's going on. Or you go and buy a new car and they go out and buy the same exact car. Or let's just say you decorate your house a certain way and you have a certain design on your wall that you really like, and you go and they invite you over and you see that same design. That person is not really happy for you. They don't want to see you excel. Again, they're envious of you and they want to be like you. But when someone actually mimics everything you're doing, you need to be very careful of that person. That's all I'm saying. Just be aware. Now, let's move on to other things that can help you heal mentally. Journal your thoughts. Write these things down that may trigger you or things that you feel that impacts you, and you can reflect on those things that you wrote previously and see where you are. Then you know that you've grown. You know that you've passed that point in your life that you are actually healing. Those things don't really trigger you. Those things don't affect you anymore. And you're growing. You're growing. And it's hard. Let me say, it is hard to journal because I know when I started, it affected me a lot to write what I was thinking down because I had to express what I was feeling as I was writing down that feeling. And it takes a lot. Some people can do it easily, some people can't, because when you're writing, you're feeling that emotion at the time that you're writing, and you have to know, okay, I'm going to feel this feeling, but I'm going to get past it. And you may not be able to finish that note or that thought in that moment. You have to walk away, but try to make yourself come back at some point. It may not be the same day. It may not be that week. It may be a few weeks. You got to come back, but you'll eventually get through it. You may have to skip that thought and go on to something else. But, put an asterisk, put it in red and say, come back and try to work through it because it is very difficult. I have some thoughts that I've written down that I still can't go back and revisit. But eventually, I will go back and revisit. And at that point, I know that I've grown. So, even sometimes a movie. I'm watching a movie and there may be some things that are happening in it that trigger me. I'll write it down like, oh, why does that trigger me? how does that impact me negatively? And so one of the things that bother me are crowds. I don't like crowds. I feel like it's too much. It causes my anxiety to increase. And I have to figure out why crowds bother me. And then sometimes it just may be I just don't like crowds. It's just too many people. And that's okay. I can be okay with that. I don't want to be in a large summer crowds, because sometimes being in a lot of crowds, there are some things that negatively happen that you want to avoid, and it's okay. Some parties I don't want to be involved in, whether it's the music is too loud, um, things people are doing that I don't associate myself with, I just avoid. That's no longer me. I don't go out to clubs because that's not something I do anymore. And I'm okay with that. And you just have to be okay with things that you don't associate yourself with anymore. Things that you feel like you have evolved and no longer are part of who you are. And be okay with that. And so these are some of the things I feel like helps you in your healing journey. Taking care of yourself physically, taking care of yourself spiritually, taking care of yourself mentally, to make you be whole as a person. Don't ingest things that affect you negatively, whether it's physically, mentally, or spiritually. This is your tree. Take care of your tree. Value your tree. Value who you are. Value what means the most to you. And that means separating yourself from people, separating yourself from certain foods, medication, separating yourself from people that are not where you are spiritually, separating yourself from people that are affecting your mental capacity. Take care of you and surround yourself with positivity. Surround yourself with things that are going to help you grow. That is just one of the topics I felt that I needed to talk about because I'm going through my healing journey, and I just want to share those things with you, and hopefully they will help you. And if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, I will see you on the porch. Bye.